Hey there, multi-prep teachers. You know how professional development never seems to quite get to what we need? It's like, great idea, but how do I make this work when I have 3+ preps to juggle? That's exactly why I created the Simplify Your Preps Collective. It's a free Facebook group built just for teachers like you, where we share tips, resources, and real talk about making multi-prep teaching less overwhelming and more doable. Sound like your kind of space? Head to kristenmasick.com/collective and join us today. Let's simplify together. Welcome to the Secondary Teacher Podcast. Today, we're going to be going over some tips on professional development. We're going to be talking about 3 things to think about to make sure that you're getting the most out of your PD. So stick around to hear how you can level up your teaching game while still making time for yourself and your family. Welcome to the Secondary Teacher Podcast, the podcast for middle and high school teachers juggling multiple preps to get the strategies to reduce overwhelm so that you don't have to choose between being an effective teacher and prioritizing important relationships. I'm your host, Kristen Masick, a 10-year high school engineering teacher, former middle school assistant principal, and teacher coach. Every week, we will discuss strategies, systems, and time-saving tips to help you not only survive but thrive as a multiple prep teacher. Let's talk professional development. Today, we are going to be talking about 3 different things to think about as you approach professional development to maximize your time when you are doing professional development so that you can get the most out of it and feel like it was valuable. The first thing I want you to evaluate and think about is whether or not you actually need professional development. Do you actually need to spend your time on professional development? Now, it might be required. Maybe you are being forced to do that in some way because your school is going a certain direction or your district. But maybe you don't actually have to do any professional development. No one is asking you to do it. Maybe you have set a goal for your teaching and your improvement that doesn't actually require you to attend summer professional development, and so you can spend that time with your family. I want you to think about that first. That should be your very first question, is whether or not you need to be doing it now. If this professional development, is it offered during the school year? Could you take this class, this course, this workshop, whatever, could you do it during contracted hours? That once again, you are not needing to spend your break doing that professional development. Okay, so if you have discovered that, yes, now is a time I'm going to be doing this professional development, here are some other things that I would like you to think about. The first is have a goal, at most 2, of what you would like to be getting out of that professional development. It does not have to be directly related. If you are being required or asked to go to a professional development that might be about MTSS or restorative justice, that may not totally align with what you are wanting to improve on for this next school year, still write a goal on what you want to improve on. So, for example, you could have a goal that is that you are wanting to improve on your questioning and your feedback. And you could go into any professional development with those questions and get that training, maybe indirectly. You can get that by watching other people, and whether or not they are good or bad at it, you can learn from it. If I'm doing questioning, I can look at who the speaker is, how they are questioning, what they are asking us to do. Do I like it? Do I not like it? Am I planning on using that next year? Ooh, I like this strategy. This person did this really well. They did not do it so well. And can still get something out of it, and I can improve on the goal that I have set for myself, regardless of the topic that is being taught in that professional development. Then the third thing that I want you to consider is the format. You don't have to go to a face-to-face professional development if that is not on your radar or it's not going to fit into your season of life. There are so many different options right now of even online, digital, whether you are learning things from YouTube or you are finding a course and then you are able to learn things on your timeline. One of my favorite things to do is listen to audiobooks or even trainings while I'm doing things like laundry. If you are listening right now, you're a podcast listener, you know that most of the time you're probably doing other things like you're driving or laundry or dishes or cooking. You can do professional development while you're doing all of those other things. And at that point, you are just task stacking because you are being able to do what you are currently already doing that isn't really requiring a lot of thinking, but then you're able to listen without having to physically be in the space with the presenter. The other thing that I love about online trainings is that a lot of the times, if you are doing a workshop or something like that, you can re-listen to it over and over and over again. You can get something out of it the first time and then you can re-listen to it a little bit later, and you can just learn things at your own pace. As you're going into professional development this year, those are some things I would like you to consider so that you can still be having a break even if you are feeling like PD is something that you are needing to do this summer. As a review, I want you to first evaluate whether or not you need to do this PD during the season of life. And if you do, does it have to be during the summer or could it be done during the contracted hours? Then the next is to have some sort of goal of what you would like to get out of the training, regardless of whether or not it is directly related to the topic of the PD. And then finally, consider some other ways that you might be able to get professional development, whether that is online, it still could be face-to-face. How can you make that really fit in more with your life and your learning styles and also your season? If this episode was helpful to you, it could be for others. Please share it on wherever you are socially. You can tag me at Kristen Massick, KHRISTENMASSIC. Until next week.